Marvel's by far biggest project for the rest of 2025 will be Marvel Zombies. With the release date of the new series and the first few images revealed, I wanted to prepare a video about this series. The show will start on September 24th, and the episodes will be released weekly. The Marvel Zombies series actually takes place in the universe we saw a few times in What If. This universe was completely invaded after a zombie outbreak spread from the quantum realm. Very few characters managed to survive and fought the zombies as a team. In the show, the team we'll see will include both characters we already know and those we don't. We learned about some of them thanks to leaked images. Basically, there will be 3 groups in the Marvel Zombies series. One group will be controlled by the zombie version of Scarlet Witch. Unlike other zombies, Scarlet Witch has become a power-sensitive being. This way, she can control the consciousness of the zombies, included in her clan however she wants. Zombies with glowing red eyes belong to Scarlet Witch. The zombie version of Scarlet Witch is not only extremely powerful, but also much stronger compared to Wanda's ordinary incarnations. Most likely, thanks to Scarlet Witch's soul, she has full control over her body. The second group of zombies, however, will be controlled by Thanos. If Marvel hasn't changed its plans during the time the series wasn't released, zombie Thanos with 5 Infinity Stones will be Scarlet Witch's rival. Thanos is also considered an Eternal. Since he comes from eternal blood, he is a power-sensitive character. Even if he loses his original sense of duty, his zombie form will still have an alpha-like spirit. So he won't want to wipe out half of the life in the universe. However, he might have a new goal. The zombie virus that spread from the quantum realm is such a thing that even the Eternals have been infected. Moreover, Eternals are like programmed robots. So it should be noted that the virus from the quantum realm can also affect cosmic beings. The third group, of course, will consist of world heroes who are not infected. This team will include many new characters. For example, although we haven't had the chance to see him in the MCU yet, we heard Blade's voice in the post-credit scene of Eternals. As Khonshu's avatar, Moon Knight will be one of the main heroes of Marvel Zombies. In addition to that, they will show a Shang-Chi who has the 10 rings. Although Shang-Chi's arm is infected, thanks to the 10 rings' power of giving eternal life, he won't undergo a complete transformation. Characters like Spider-Man will also be part of the heroes team. However, Scarlet Witch's squad looks much stronger. For example, Abomination will serve Scarlet Witch. Even Abomination alone is strong enough to wipe out the team formed by the heroes. We will also see that a cosmic being like Captain Marvel is among Scarlet Witch's zombies. The fact that Hawkeye is also included in this photo is an interesting detail. Right next to him, we see Ghost. Ghost was already a character who gained powers from the quantum realm. So her chance of being infected was much higher than other cosmic beings. Even though Captain America was split in 2, in Marvel Zombies, he will appear serving Scarlet Witch, and somehow Captain America's body will be completed. Most likely, Scarlet Witch will heal Captain America's body thanks to the powers she possesses. Lastly, we will see Okoye as part of Scarlet Witch's team. Some of the Eternals and the remaining villains and heroes will also serve Thanos, who has the Infinity Stones. Thanos' squad will also be very powerful. Under normal circumstances, Scarlet Witch can do nothing against the Infinity Stones. In fact, in What If, Ultron one-shotted zombie Scarlet Witch. However, since zombie Thanos does not have the Mind Stone, Thanos will not have the full power of all the stones. If he were to obtain all 6 stones, it's uncertain what he would even desire. Personally, if I had the full power of the 6 stones, I would save this universe from the zombies. Perhaps the real goal of the heroes could be to seize the stones. Now, while the whole world is under threat, of course we cannot forget to mention the refugees living among us. After all, there are 1 million Skrulls living on Earth. Over the years, the number of Skrulls adapted to Earth had exceeded 1 million during the Secret Invasion series. In Marvel Zombies, we will also see that the Skrulls formed their own group and protected themselves from the zombies, so the Skrulls will also appear in Marvel Zombies. At the end of this series, it is highly likely that the character who declares victory will be Scarlet Witch. One of the 41 different universes that will gather on Battleworld in the Secret Wars film will also include this world. We will see the zombie version of Scarlet Witch once again in Avengers Secret Wars. In fact, the only one who could defeat Wanda would have been the zombie Thanos with 5 stones. However, there is a situation we've pointed out about Wanda since the beginning. For Thanos to use the stones, he has to make a fist. Wanda's telekinetic powers can prevent Thanos from making a fist. Just like in Endgame, she could put Thanos in a difficult position and tear him apart. So even the 6-stone version of Thanos would never be able to defeat Wanda if he is not as fast as her. The power of the stones is greater than Wanda, but Thanos cannot control the stones with his mind. For example, the character Infinity Ultron could do this. Thanks to his mental power, he was able to connect with all the stones and use them simultaneously. Therefore, Zombie Scarlet Witch is already a dangerous and powerful character. Her gradually gaining consciousness and building an army is not something we can ignore. In fact, in the original Marvel Zombies, there was something like this. The infected individuals did not die or lose their consciousness. They simply transformed, and once they became zombies, they turned into beings hungry for human flesh. In other words, they tried to feed on warm flesh. This eventually caused them to lose their intelligence, their consciousness. This is why Marvel's zombies still retain their old memories and knowledge. They also know very well how to use their powers. But since the character's primary goal is to feed on fresh flesh, they are not the same as before. Characters with strong willpower, even if they undergo transformation, do not become as aggressive. For example, Thanos is a character with a strong will. For this reason, even though he transformed, he would not be as wild as the other zombies. And indeed, he already transformed. Also, there is another point. In the Secret Wars storyline, among the characters who came from the zombie universe, there was also Zombie Thanos. Therefore, it is possible that Zombie Thanos will not die in the series and may return in Avengers Secret Wars. Among zombie and post-apocalyptic universes, the most dangerous one is definitely the Marvel Zombies universe. We're talking about a world not only filled with intelligent zombies but also superpowered zombies. I don't think a handful of street-level characters would stand a chance against so many powerful beings turned into zombies. That's why Marvel Zombies will be fascinating. It was said that a total of 4 episodes will be released. Since each episode will come weekly, we will have almost a month-long adventure. But the real question is how long the episodes will be. I don't expect them to be just 20 minutes. They should at least be half an hour to 45 minutes long. Originally, Marvel Zombies was going to come out as a single film, but later they decided to make it a series. It was said that each episode will tell a different story. Most likely the first 3 episodes will take place in different settings, and the last episode will be the combination of all of them. Yes, friends, I hope you liked the content I prepared. If there are other videos you'd like to see, don't forget to write them in the comments. That's all from me for now. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.